of Caitlin Clark actually talking about being benched. Yes, now we all remember there have been times in the game that Caitlin Clark was on the bench or taken out of the game for different set reasons. Well, Caitlin Clark just revealed a major reason why Stephanie White put her on the bench. Guys, for this one here, let's roll the footage.
But I think that's even been something like me and Steph have like always talk about when we go and watch film. And even like that New York game where like I played really, really well, obviously scored a lot of points. I think I had
Recent interview footage has revealed Caitlin Clark's perspective on her coaching situation with Stephanie White and specific instances where she was removed from games. The discussion has generated considerable attention regarding the relationship between player and coach, particularly concerning strategic decisions during crucial moments. Clark provided detailed insight into a specific incident during a New York Liberty matchup where she performed exceptionally well, recording significant point totals and either 9 or 10 assists. Despite her strong overall performance, she experienced a problematic start to the fourth quarter, committing multiple consecutive turnovers. White responded by immediately substituting her out of the game. According to Clark's account, White used this moment as a teaching opportunity, emphasizing situational awareness over individual statistics.
scored a lot of points. I think I had 9 assists or 10 assists that game. This just this last game this year. I started the fourth quarter off with like 3 turnovers in a row or 2 turnovers in a row. And Steph yanked me and she was like, this is like a learning moment. Like you got to be able to like, yes, like maybe it could have been there. Like maybe you could have thrown a little bit better of a pass. Maybe they could have caught it. But like, do we need that in this moment? Like, no.
Right.
And then she subbed me back in. And there was a play where I kind of got a steal and like we're going in transition and Kelsey Mitchell just like takes off down the middle of the floor. And
The coach's message focused on understanding game context rather than attempting every possible play. White questioned whether certain risky passes were necessary at that particular moment, even if they might have been successful under different circumstances. The situation provided a learning example when Clark was reinserted into the game. During a subsequent possession, she obtained a steal and initiated a fast break opportunity. Kelsey Mitchell sprinted down the middle of the court with 2 defenders nearby, creating what appeared to be a challenging passing opportunity. Instead of attempting the risky pass, Clark chose to dribble out and reset the possession.
off down the middle of the floor. And so there's like 2 people kind of by her. And I literally like go to grab the ball and then I like just dribble out. And I like literally just start smiling so big. And I look at Steph and I like told her
that
after the
better
game.
be on film.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't understand how hard it was for me to not throw that. And she's like, oh, I know. Trust me. Everybody was like, we saw you about to throw that. But I think it's just like kind of a learning process. And it goes back to like even my shot thing. Like it's just time and score and understanding. I think that's like where I can still kind of improve. Like, do we really need that like sequence of a game? Like,
This decision-making process became a source of satisfaction for Clark, who described smiling broadly and making eye contact with White after demonstrating restraint. When later reviewing film, Clark expressed to her coach how difficult it was to resist making that particular throw. White acknowledged understanding Clark's natural instincts and noted that others had observed her internal struggle with the decision. Clark characterized this as part of an ongoing learning process, comparing it to her shot selection development. She emphasized the importance of understanding time, score, and situational context as areas where improvement remains possible. The key question becomes whether specific sequences are necessary based on recent team performance, such as consecutive scores or missed attempts.
can still kind of improve. Like, do we really need that like sequence of a game? Like, have we just scored twice or have we just missed 2 shots in a row?
Right.
Now, here's the impact of this set video footage was that Caitlin got benched, and Stephanie White don't want her passing the ball with all these wild passes. We get all that. But guys, we have to remember, her telling her and bitching her for that is her not letting her be hurt. Y'all do realize that, right? So like her getting benched.
Analysis of this coaching approach raises questions about player development versus natural talent utilization. Some observers suggest that restricting Clark's aggressive passing style might diminish her most distinctive abilities. The tension between controlled decision-making and creative playmaking represents a fundamental coaching challenge. Clark also reflected on experiences during her injury period, discussing the responsibility she feels toward fans who invest time and money to attend games. She described spending extended time signing autographs playoffs when unable to play, trying to provide meaningful interactions despite her absence from competition. The injury situation created internal conflict for Clark, who expressed feeling obligated to perform for supporters while managing recovery requirements.
Be hurt. Y'all do realize that, right? So, like, her getting benched, quite essentially, is her taking the element of Caitlin Clark away. She's trying to take Caitlin away. Now, I've been the one telling y'all, Stephanie White is more of an issue than an asset. I mean, it's like she don't want Caitlin to be Caitlin. It's clear as day. We all have been noticing it. We all have been seeing it. She don't want Caitlin to be Caitlin. It's just clear as day. Now, I don't know how many times people was going to.
Unlike established superstars who maintain their status regardless of injury periods, she acknowledged concerns about maintaining fan engagement during extended absences. Her mother's perspective provided additional context, suggesting that Clark had consistently prioritized others' needs over her own well-being. The advice to focus on personal recovery represented a shift towards self-care that Clark found challenging to implement. Additional footage revealed Clark's analysis of playoff situations, particularly referencing close contests against Connecticut, where multiple late-game possessions resulted in turnovers instead of scoring opportunities. She described approaching coaching staff with retrospective analysis, suggesting that different execution might have changed series outcomes. These conversations with coaches, including discussions about alternative scenarios where different results might have prevented current coaching arrangements, demonstrated Clark's analytical approach to game situations and her willingness to engage in strategic discussions.
Is going to notice this, but that is the nature of this whole damn situation. Like, I don't know how many times or signs we need to see, if it whack like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a damn duck. And I'm here to tell you, Stephanie White don't want the best interest for Caitlin. Now, there is more footage from this whole thing that I want to share with you guys that we didn't share yesterday. Let's listen to this one.
I think that's also been really good for me too, is like when I do go out before games and like sign autographs and like see all the young kids or fans or whoever.
The interview content suggests ongoing tensions between individual expression and team system requirements. Clark's comments about offensive schemes and coaching approaches indicate dissatisfaction with current strategic implementation. References to alternative coaching possibilities, particularly Lisa Bluder, suggest preferences for different philosophical approaches. The timing of these revelations, occurring during Clark's absence from second-half competition due to injury, adds complexity to the situation. Historical parallels to other players returning stronger after similar setbacks provide hope for improved performance upon return.
I do go out before games and like sign autographs and like see all the young kids or fans or whoever's come to the games. Like it just like gives me a really good perspective on everything and maybe gives me a little bit of motivation and just being thankful for everything that I have. And very thankful for like my fans and just the fans of the WNBA of like how they can constantly continue to support and truly just want the best for me too at the end of the day. I think that's something that's really cool. So, I think that's also been really good for me too, is like
now this is her speaking
when I do go out before games.
Lisa Bluder. Let me see if I can get it.
The comprehensive nature of Clark's comments suggests significant underlying issues regarding coaching philosophy, player development, and strategic implementation. The contrast between natural playmaking instincts and controlled decision-making represents a central tension that continues to develop. These insights into coaching decisions, player psychology, and strategic tensions provide unprecedented transparency into professional basketball relationships. The ongoing development of this situation will likely influence future interactions between coaching staff and star players throughout the organization. Recent performances have highlighted the exceptional contributions of certain role players throughout the league, with particular attention drawn to standout defensive and offensive versatility.
Let me see if I can get it.
Talk about when we go and watch film, and even like that New York game where like I played.
We already did that one. What's this one here?
Talking about this, like 2 days ago, I had some like I was watching some old highlights, or they like popped up of game 2 in Connecticut. Game 1 we didn't play well. Like they just outplayed us and they won. We shot bad. AT had one of those games. All of them did. They was like they were all making threes, whatever. And we were up, or maybe we were down 1.
The discussion centers around players who have elevated their games to star-level recognition through consistent excellence. Kelsey Mitchell deserves recognition for her playmaking abilities and overall court vision during recent contests. Her passing accuracy and decision-making have been notably improved, contributing significantly to team success. Mitchell's consistent production remains a cornerstone for her squad's offensive system. However, one player has emerged as particularly impactful through her two-way contributions.
Reese was a star when she was stinking it up. Even at times when Angel Reese was like, say, when she was okay to start a rookie year. We can be honest. She was fine to start a rookie year. She was still a star. Sophie is now good enough that she is now in that category of she is a... Oh my God, Ken, thank you so much for $92. You were in dread of this game, man. So was I. So was I. But like the way...
Sophie Cunningham has reached a performance level where her basketball skills, combined with her broader recognition, merit serious consideration for elevated status within the league hierarchy. This assessment draws comparisons to other players who achieved star recognition through combination of talent and profile. Angel Reese provides a relevant comparison, having maintained star status even during periods of inconsistent early season performance. Similarly, Cunningham has developed her game to warrant similar recognition based purely on basketball merit. The team's recent victory showcased collective improvement, with much of the positive momentum stemming from Cunningham's influence on both ends of the court.
The team played today was real nice, and I still think a lot of their good comes from Sophie Cunningham. I think a lot of their good. Look, Kelsey Mitchell is Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey does Kelsey Mitchell things, and I have to say, like, Kelsey is unbelievable. Ken doing Ken things 100%. That is insane. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ken. But like, I'm just...
Her impact extends beyond statistical measures, affecting defensive schemes and offensive flow in ways that traditional metrics fail to capture. Statistical analysis reveals consistent scoring output despite limited shot attempts. Recent games show scoring totals of 16 points on 10 attempts, demonstrating exceptional efficiency. While teammates may score more points, they typically require significantly more shooting opportunities to achieve those numbers. Cunningham's shooting range has expanded to include difficult three-point attempts, including shots on the move and contested fadeaway attempts.
I'm just watching these games, and it's scary on both ends of the floor, and like it doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Like, how many steals did she have today? Did she have only one steal, one turnover, 2 assists? It felt like there were more assists. She had an extra swing to Lexi Hull. But again, 16 points in 27 minutes on 10 shots. Yes, Kelsey scored 10 more points. She shot 8 more shots. Like, and it's not even that Sophie is taking easy three-pointers.
This development adds another dimension to her offensive arsenal and creates additional spacing challenges for opposing defenses. Game log examination reveals sustained excellence over extended periods. Scoring outputs of 18, 16, 17, 6, 12, 5, 15, 12, 11, 13, and 16 points.
And it's not even that Sophie is taking easy three-pointers. She's now, like, shooting threes on the move, on the like fall-away threes on the move. Like, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, like, and yeah, honestly, it's just the Indiana Fever needed.
Full court pressure on opposing point guards and versatile position switching have become hallmarks of her game. Recent performances included effective harassment of primary ball handlers, forcing difficult offensive possessions and creating transition opportunities. The Indiana Fever's strategic approach requires surrounding star players with complementary pieces who excel in specific areas without disrupting offensive flow. Cunningham epitomizes this role through her ability to play defense, convert shots, facilitate ball movement, and avoid overhandling possessions. Observational analysis reveals numerous instances where Cunningham remained available for scoring opportunities but was overlooked by teammates.
Like, needed somebody like this, because that's what you have to do. You need to fill around Caitlin and Leah. And if you want to keep Kelsey, keep Kelsey. That's fine. You need to fill all these players, or like fill the rest of the team with role players. With role players. And you might say, relax, it's over.
Open corner 3-point attempts went unutilized repeatedly, suggesting her scoring totals could increase substantially with improved recognition from teammates. Supporting cast development enhances the overall team construction. Lexi Hall's defensive intensity and rebounding contributions, while not requiring exceptional 3-point shooting percentages, provide valuable complementary skills. Her size advantage and ability to generate second-chance opportunities through offensive rebounding create additional possessions. KK Arnold's continued development trajectory appears promising despite areas requiring improvement.
And you might say, relax, it's only Chicago. Let's look at the game log. Let's look at the damn game log. 18-6, 17-6, 12. So let's look at the game log. She had 16 today. Was it? Yeah, she had 16 today. 16, 18, 8, 17, 6, 12, 5, 15, 15, 12, 11, 13, 16. Like, and one of these was a bad shooting game and a 20-point blowout.
Her effort level, length, and rebounding instincts provide solid foundational elements. Decision-making and basketball IQ will likely improve through international playing experience during the offseason. The combination of Cunningham, Hall, and Arnold represents valuable core pieces for future roster construction. Kelsey Mitchell's retention depends largely on available alternatives, with Jackie Young representing the only player who might warrant replacement consideration. However, the possibility exists for multiple guard combinations given Cunningham's positional flexibility.
Like, and one of these was a bad shooting game and a 20-point blowout. Like, we are looking at ultra Bridget Carleton. She's playing good defense. She's picking up the point guard 3/4 court, and I understand the point guard is only HVL. I understand that. But, like, she did a good job at the point. I thought she had a real good job at the point today. And when it comes to the Indiana Fever, look, the Indiana Fever have to.
Cunningham's versatility spans multiple positions effectively. Recent games demonstrated her ability to handle point guard responsibilities, wing positions, and power forward duties interchangeably. The offensive system treats certain positions as interchangeable, allowing for seamless transitions between roles. Historical precedent shows Cunningham has operated at center position for Phoenix Mercury, demonstrating her complete positional range across all 5 spots. This flexibility provides coaching staff with numerous lineup configurations and matchup advantages.
Fever. Look, the Indiana Fever have to. They have to. They have to be a team where you surround your top players with players that are going to play defense, hit shots, pass the ball, and not take too much out of the ball. And by the way, like, if you guys didn't see how many times Sophie Cunningham got looked off. She's wide open in the corner. How many times Sophie Cunningham got looked off? Like, people, you don't understand how many times that Sophie was wide open.
League-wide comparison places Cunningham among elite role players. Leo Phoebish represents the superior Swiss Army knife player, though Phoebish ranks among the league's overall best players, making any comparison favorable. Among 3-and-D specialists, Kayla McBride stands as the primary superior option. Traditional 3-and-D wing positions remain relatively uncommon throughout the league, with perhaps only 3 or 4 players truly fitting this archetype. Cunningham compares favorably against players like Bridget Carleton and healthy Carly Samuelson, suggesting her ranking near the position's pinnacle.